Straight to jail, plans to lock up gang members caught with guns for at least 5 years as Sydney's spiralling violence claims more victims overnight.
Fair busters, the shocking pictures showing tram inspectors restraining a student caught without a ticket.
Banned, the swim centre that's told kids they can't use the same change rooms as mum or dad.
Golden Girl, our favourite athlete Sally Pearson joins us live to share the secrets of her success.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? The incredible jetpack journey over Japan's Mount Fuji.
And we've got 2 cars and plenty of cash in the double car and cash giveaway. Don't miss out.
Yeah, fire up everyone. Life is a highway and sometimes you want to ride it all night long and then you show up for work. And that's where we are right now in one of those 2 cars. Could be yours today. It's a very good morning. You with us, Lisa?
We've got a hitchhiker.
No, just when you come up with those quotable quotes so early in the morning, I have to write them down because otherwise,
of course you do.
Over 3.5 hours, I'll probably forget them.
Fordo is right. We have a hitchhiker today. Wendy Kingston, everyone. Round of applause.
Hello,
nice to see you.
Nice to be here.
We've been working together for decades and we have not sat this close together.
I think this is the first.
It is?
First time.
How could that be the case?
Because we've both been here for decades.
Yeah.
We've been avoiding each other all this
Trying
time.
to.
Well,
It's electric between us.
planets are
Just
colliding.
trying to keep it
Oh
in a
my
little bit of
God.
separation.
It's great to have you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Good to see you, Fordo.
Great
Morning.
to see everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
Everyone's here. That's a good thing. And you are there. That's even better. It is Thursday the 7th of November. Good morning
Zero
to you.
tolerance, Fordo.
Let's have a quick look at the weather for you now. Sunny in Brisbane today and a little bit of cloud about in Perth.
All right, let's get the news now with Wendy.
Good morning. Thank you, Carl. The New South Wales Government is looking to introduce mandatory minimum sentences of 5 years for gang members caught with guns. The news comes as police report yet another shooting in Sydney's west this morning. 9 reporter Elise Baker is at the scene of that shooting for us in Bankstown. Elise, good morning to you. Was anyone hurt in this latest incident? Aren't they just? All right, Elise, thank you very much for that. It's been reported a bizarre hazing incident on board a Navy frigate was the incident that sparked an internal defence review earlier this week. A formal investigation was launched on Tuesday into the behaviour of a number of Navy crew from an unnamed ship. Fairfax reports the incident appeared to be a case of an initiation ritual that had got out of hand. In a statement, the Navy says it will not tolerate inappropriate behaviour. Treasurer Joe Hockey says the government will give the ACCC all the powers it needs to ensure electricity prices fall once the carbon tax is scrapped. But he admits power companies may not be keen to play ball. Meantime, the government's sweeping changes to tax legislation is set to blow a $3 billion hole in the budget. The reforms include wiping a superannuation tax for people who earn more than $100,000 a year from their super and allowing greater rebates for self-education expenses. Police officers in Queensland will now no longer need to wear their names on their uniforms. It comes after the police union raised safety concerns amid intensifying bikie violence in the state. Officers will now only have to display their rank and their employment number on their shirts. Civil rights groups have warned this could lead to ugly scenes, though, at next year's G20 summit in Brisbane if the protesters there can't identify police by name. Well, Clive Palmer is facing fresh scrutiny over how much of his own fortune went into bankrolling his tilt for a political seat. His deep pockets have ignited debate over whether spending caps should be introduced during election campaigns. Current and former politicians say they expect a parliamentary committee will look into that matter. Mr. Palmer is entitled to spend as much as he wants on campaigns, as long as it's all disclosed. Well, some violent scenes have erupted outside Buckingham Palace as hundreds of people demonstrated against austerity measures. Masked protesters hurled fireworks and glass bottles during those clashes with police. Nelson's Column in Trafalgar Square, as well as a Victoria monument near the palace, were both damaged. Among the protesters was comedian Russell Brand. 11 people in total were arrested over that violence. An entire fleet of water-bombing planes has been grounded just weeks away from summer and the looming bushfire threat. It comes as an inquiry continues into a fatal crash near Ulladulla during the recent New South Wales fire crisis, which killed father of 3, David Black. It's been revealed his single-engine aircraft had a cracked wing before taking off. The Civil Aviation Safety Authority is reviewing the safety and the maintenance records of 30 similar planes across the country before flights can resume. The search for a young man missing in waters off Victoria's Mornington Peninsula will resume at first light this morning. The 20-year-old student from New Zealand was with two friends when he was swept off rocks at a beach in Blairgowrie yesterday afternoon. One of his mates jumped in to try and rescue him but was unable to pull him to safety. Let's have a look at the markets now for you. First up on Wall Street, the Dow Jones is 107 points stronger. Let's go to commodities now. Gold is currently stronger. Oil is up slightly, trading at $95 a barrel there. And the Aussie dollar is mixed against the majors right now. It is currently buying 95 US cents and 59 British pence at the moment. Well, Japan's Mount Fuji has provided a spectacular backdrop to a stunt by a Swiss pilot. It's great, isn't it? He calls himself Jetman, the daredevil soared Jetman. It's very cool. Soared around the mountain 9 times, reaching a peak speed of 300 k's per hour.
Jetman.
What a way to wake up, Jetman.
What a way to see the world.
Also true.
That's crazy, Germans.
Not bad.
They're all the same over there.
Look at him over there. He's hovering behind our studio.
There he is. Look at that.
Forget about Mount Fuji.
No, now he's conquered everything.
He's
really,
doing Channel 9.
He knows the good spots.
Well, we are floating, aren't we?
We need coffee, let's face it.
No, Carl's already
listen.
had too much.
Now listen, one of the big rules here when you're doing the show with us is to laugh hysterically at my gags.
Oh, right.
No, like that was like a
So that wasn't enough?
I never got that memo.
I never got that memo.
No.
Righto.
Yeah.
I'll check if it's in the
I'll work on that.
I really don't think that
We're trying to new people.
I missed it.
that memo doesn't exist, Wendy. Thanks. It's all right. Ben's onto
Maybe
it
in the
for
junk
you.
file.
What's a memo? That's old school.
It's in the junk.
Let's have a look at the National Flyer for you this
Talk
morning
to
and see
ourselves
what.
on this show, don't we?
Well, you can. No one's awake at this hour.
Who's we?
Who?
What?
What about Carlos? That was a good one there, the jet man. Channel 9 floating. Channel 9 floating.
Keep going.
Carlos.
Weather. All right, there's a rumour going around. There's a bit of sport around. Good morning.
There is, and we've got some concerning news for Australia in the lead up to the Ashes. So just get ready. I know if we're worried about the Ashes, we've got more to worry about after the break when you see how well England did yesterday against Australia A. Also, Adam Scott, the favourite for the Australian PGA, and back to earth for Gay Waterhouse. Could she be banned from racing? A whole lot more after the break. Don't go anywhere.
All this time I was finding myself in a...
Welcome back to the program. It is great to see you all bright and early this morning. Time now to take a look at the front pages. And in The Australian, the building watchdog is investigating alleged attempts by construction unionists to intimidate a builder into flying the union flag and employing non-working union shop stewards.
And finally, fine fillies. The Herald Sun has the ultimate Oaks Day guide with racing chiefs urging women to skip work and go to the races in a bid to boost crowd numbers at Flemington. That'll be good for the economy.
Something wrong with that?
At the track.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, well, I suppose if Bob Hawke can do it all those years ago.
Yeah, this
Why
is
not?
just bringing things into the 22nd century.
You cracked a joke about Jeff Fennick last time we discussed this.
I did.
You won't crack it again, will you?
I don't know about that, Forder.
Really?
That's an interesting challenge.
Really?
More than likely not, though, seeing though he said he'd punch my lights out if I did it again. Seriously.
It's amazing how you can learn lessons
At
like
a charity
that, isn't it?
function.
It's a true story.
That is a true story. After the break, Celeb Buzz with Richard Reid. What's happening, Richard?
Whoa, it's a rough one this morning. Well, Tom Cruise, he's got a $50 million lawsuit. That's right, the superstar is in backing down from tabloid stories. He abandoned Little Surrey. I've got the court documents coming up.
Good morning again. Movies today. Brad Pitt's newly on the way, but first, the best-selling book makes that giant leap to the big screen with great expectations. It's called Mr. Pip. It's an incredible voice, and it's a kind of a new sound too from Celine there. The album is out tomorrow. It is called Love Me Back to Life.
Kind of sexing it up a bit, isn't
She is, yeah, with those funky beats and things. And, you know, still a few big Celine ballads. It's worth listening to.
She has a pure voice.
Thread the eye of a needle, Carlos.
Yes, she'd thread the eye of a needle, Dickie.
Exactly.
She was on Jimmy Kimmel the other day too.
She's quite cool, eh?
Very cool.
Yeah.
New respect.
It's a new Celine, ladies and gentlemen.
You'll have to show everyone at home the
opposed
Jimmy
to
Kimmel thing.
the
a little
old-
We should
later,
get that
perhaps.
out.
We'll find it,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Might make the buzz.
All right, coming up, the swimming school ban polarising parents. Interesting story. There's children aged 5 and older prohibited from using the opposite-sex change rooms with their parents.
Plus, is this Australia's fittest senior?
Whoa!
Yeah, well, while his mates are enjoying their
Daddy.
retirement, he is pumping iron
Big
6 days a week. Count those six-packs.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's good, Carl.
Timmer Maddox teaching me stuff.
Good. He's doing well. You're doing well.
You should see the feet.
I can see what's happening under there, folks. It's really good.
Stuff. Now, if you're on the Gold Coast tomorrow, come and join us. The gates at Muffy World, as Arnie would say, will be open from 5 a.m. local time. That's 5 a.m. When else are you going to be able to get there at 5 a.m. and get in through the gates? And there's free entry to the park until 6:30 a.m.
It's going to be so much fun tomorrow. We
Brilliant.
would love you to come on down. So would Ross Greenwood. Here he is.
Oh, no doubt about it. Love a movie world, Dennis. And what Joe Hockey did yesterday with our tax system was more a spring clean than a wholesale change. The change will come after a white paper that will give recommendations on how the overall system should work. The objective, I hope, is to simplify the 2,000 pages of our Tax Act and make our life easier. Hopefully a more progressive tax system makes it easy to employ people, to stay in work and, most importantly, to give people an incentive to have a crack at starting a business and make a profit. The surprise in yesterday's announcement, the Treasurer explaining the budget bottom lines deteriorated since the election. He's setting us up for a shock in the mid-year economic and fiscal statement that's due in December. Another shock, he told me last night, the competition watchdog, the ACCC, had only enough money in its budget to last until April next year. April next year, the ACCC. But in the same breath, he said there'll be no tax increases to solve the budget bottom line. He says if there's any change, it'll wait until the white paper and then after the next federal election. But that could be 3 years away. So is there a crisis with the budget or not? Now, as I've told you before, the only way to repair any budget, yours or his, is to earn more money, cut your costs or sell something. Well, the only way Joe Hockey can earn more money for Australia now is if the economy grows faster, and that's questionable. In other words, keep watching out for those cost cuts. Carl, Lisa?
We will. Thank you, Ross. All right, time now for Celeb Buzz with Richard Reid.
I am telling you, it's a beautiful day down here at Sydney Harbour. But back in Hollywood, they are the breakup rumors that just won't go away. Will and Jada Smith, have they separated after 15 years? There were rumors last week that Jada had moved out of their home. But now last night in Hollywood, Jada took to the red carpet at an event and she wasn't wearing her big diamond wedding ring.
Oh, that's all kind of hot.
Not
Rich.
very good. Simon
No,
does
it's
it
all
much
good.
better.
You keep working on that. I want to see some of that a bit later in the show, all right? Yeah, there you go.
There
you
he
go.
is.
Mick Jagger. under the bridge again. Good morning to you all across this wonderful country of ours. It is wonderful to have your company this morning. To Sydney first up, and the spiralling gun violence has claimed more victims overnight. Amid reports, tough new minimum sentences are being considered for any gang members found with a firearm. Lisa?
There's rating points in that, Carl. Thank you very much. Well, a Sydney swim school has sparked debate after banning children 5 years and older from using change rooms meant for the opposite sex. So that means little boys can't get changed with their mums and little girls can't get changed with their dads. For more, we're joined now by mum of two and Aqua Bliss customer, Jennifer Siderhelm. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lisa.
Jennifer, you have two young boys. How old are they?
4 and 5 is just too young.
Yeah, indeed. OK, Jennifer, it will be interesting to see where this goes and if other swim schools follow suit. But in the meantime, thanks very much for coming in.
Thanks, Lisa.
So we would love to know your thoughts this morning. You can let us know on Facebook, Twitter or email. Carl.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm about to introduce you to Ben Fordham's great uncle. Check him out. Look at that physique. And you wonder where Fordo gets it from. Actually, he's actually a man who probably is Australia's fittest senior. Carrie Greentree has a buff body, as you can see, most blokes half his age could only dream of. And the 64-year-old is about to compete in one of the world's biggest bodybuilding competitions. Today's Natalia Cooper went along for a look.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Dream tan.
Dream on, I say. Wow.
That is seriously impressive.
Yeah, that's what I want to do when I get older.
Yeah.
I don't want to play lawn bowls and drink 4X Gold all day. I want to work out and eat chicken for the rest of my life.
And also head back to sea, which you are doing a little bit later this year. Tell us.
I am heading back to sea. I'm going in the Sydney to Hobart again.
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
great. I'll be there
thanks,
to
mate.
see you off.
I'll
go down to the dock.
I'd love to see you in Hobart for the end of it.
Well, I said I'd be there at the beginning.
Right.
On never go,
Come down for
Carl.
some rum and cokes. It's the
You
best.
reckon?
Oh, it's the
How
best.
many days does it take again? Just
17.
Really only 3, but maybe 2.
Hopefully 2
Yeah.
or less.
All right,
Yeah.
I might clear my calendar.
You're beautiful.
Will you really want to see me?
Yeah, and you'll be very popular there.
Really? Okay, I'm coming.
All right, coming up, we catch up with Big Brother winner Tim.
He just got over the line, so we'll talk to him shortly. But right now, let's talk to Stevie and see how the weather's looking around the country today. Hey, Stevie.
And it seems like Madonna has the trots this morning as well, Carl. Lisa, sorry about that.
It's always a good level of picking up horse dung, I reckon. Thanks, Stevie. Now, we've had a huge response this morning to the story about the swim school that's banned kids over 5 from using change rooms meant for the opposite sex, effectively stopping little boys changing with their mums and girls changing with their dads.
That's right. And Sarah says, what a joke. Maybe they should provide somewhere parents can take their children, not a mother's room, because dads need access as well.
Interesting point of view from Paris. She says, I have a boy who's 15 years old with autism and he comes with me to the ladies' toilets. I mean, you don't have a choice there, do you?
Yeah, Karen sums up quite a few people who says, I would totally ignore that ridiculous sign. Well, one thing I would say about it, though, is there are some people who feel like if you're a woman in a change room and you're getting changed and there's a 7-year-old boy standing there staring at you, that can make that woman feel awkward as well. So I don't know whether there's a middle ground here where you need a family
Go into the toilet
change
if you
room or
feel that
something
way.
like that. That's a fair point.
From a man's perspective as well, even like Ava is 8. And when you're at a shopping centre, it's difficult for me, certainly not going to take her into the boys' toilets, but it's difficult for me to let her go into any toilet and not see where she is and how she is. You worry about that. You know, there are these elements of society that have led to all of this happening.
Correct.
You know, a minute but serious, obviously serious offenders that have led to all of us suffering the consequences.
Fear.
It is fear. And I can't help but feel it. You know what I mean?
I can't either.
And trying to let my daughter or my son go to a toilet, I mean, that's where it's got to. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
certainly
answer is. Send us your emails, your tweets, and also messages on Facebook. It's a great story to debate.
Can't wait to give away some of these cars.
I know.
Cash.
Do you know what, Fordo?
What?
You should get ready.
Why?
Get ready to win, folks. It's the double car and cash giveaway every day. It is time now to give away Fordo's favourite car, the Fiat Punto Pop. And our call goes to Evelina Torgalu of Hurstville in New South Wales. Evelina Torgalu.
Come on, Evelina.
Hurstville.
I it was today.
You got it, Evelina. Brilliant stuff.
Evelina, a Fiat Punto is all yours. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And don't forget, in an hour, we are giving away a second car and more cash.
More.
It's gleaming. It's waiting for you. We're coming for you. That call coming up shortly. See you after this.
Tonight on A Current Affair, Australia's mail crackdown. Look at what crooks and their families are sending each other through the post. Guns, knives, drugs. Our cameras join the teams out to stop them. That's A Current Affair tonight. Now it's back to you, Lisa and Carl.
We're gearing up for the ultimate summer of fun.
Okay.
We've got your VIP ticket to the theme park capital of Australia, the Gold Coast. Movie World, Wet n Wild, and Dream World. 3 massive shows, 43 rides, 60 water slides, plus special guests Pete Murray, Sarah DeBono, and Tim-O-Matic. It all starts tomorrow, today on the Gold Coast.
And the news keeps on getting better. If you're on the Gold Coast tomorrow, you can come and join us. The gates at Movie World will be open from 5 a.m. local time. That's 5 a.m. local time. And there's free entry to the park until 6:30 a.m. So if you live in that southeast corner anywhere, come and visit us. It's going to be sensational. Also, don't forget, the car and cash giveaway is coming up. Let's just take one more look. We didn't need to see that vision again. Come on, who's trying to stitch us up? Fordo and I. The Punto is gone. Now the Jeep is going very, very soon. So stand by your phone and wait for that terrific cars. It is a terrific giveaway. And don't forget, those cars also contain cash.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carl. A woman who was found in a daze on the streets of Ireland has been identified as an Australian. 9 News reporter Amelia Ballinger is in Dublin for us. Amelia, good morning. There was actually a global search to find out who she was. How did they solve the mystery in the end? Thank you, Amelia.
Well, most boys in their teens try something reckless. Some get away with it and some don't. Sam Ballard was one of the unlucky ones. Just over 3 years ago, Sam, then about to turn 21, contracted a life-threatening disease after eating a common garden slug while at a mate's party in Sydney. And joining me is Sam's mum, Katie, one of his best mates, Saxon Phipps, and founder of Fresh Tracks, Peter Carson. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, Liz.
Katie, if I can start with you, silly pranks are a dime a dozen with teenage boys, 20-something boys. When did you find out that something had gone wrong?
God, it's devastating, absolutely devastating. We had to watch him for about a month, just going downhill, 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 to the point where he ended up in a coma.
And the support of friends, Saxon, you've been absolutely crucial on a day-to-day basis with helping with all of this. What's it been like to be a mate, to stand by and see all of this happen?
Spending the time yesterday with him at rehab, I was saying, you know, we had a few friends there, and this is completely different to what we normally see, because he's seeing his mates, he's getting involved, he's getting motivated again. So that's probably been the biggest thing.
That's great. I'm sure he's so grateful for all of you do, and we're so pleased to hear that those small steps are being taken. That's great news, Katie. Katie, Saxon and Peter, thanks very much for your time this morning. And if you would like to donate to Fresh Tracks, you can do so by going to freshtracks.com.au. It's a good one to do, Carl.
Can we have a round of applause for Katie, please?
Yeah.
What about that? Great mum. A mum's love. A mum's love. This poor kid has gone through that and done something silly, as we all do as kids. I can't remember how many times I did something stupid as a kid, and that's what happens sometimes, and rarely. And look, that's what she's got to deal with, and we just appreciate you doing everything. Let's get some weather now with Steve Jake.
Take the whole family along, Carl and Lisa. There'll be absolutely no reason to say, so why the long face this weekend?
Oh, you could, because it'd be a dad joke. Thank you very much, Stevie. Speaking of dads, here's Richard.
Thank you very much. A very proud one too, Lisa. Look at his movie day, and what a cast in this one. Brad Pitt, Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz, Michael Fassbender. The film is called The Counselor, and it's up for review next.
Well, get ready, folks. It's the double car and cash giveaway. Every day we're giving away not one, but 2 cars, thanks to Fiat Chrysler. And that call, look at that thing, Red Emperor.
Beautiful.
Is going to Lorna Cohen from Nerang in Queensland. She's not far from where we'll be tomorrow.
That's right. 1.
Come on, Lorna. Come on, Lorna.
I wake up with today.
She's got it! She's got it! Oh, that was right at the death.
It was on the download, Lorna, but you did say it. You said I wake up with today, and to say thank you, we are giving you your very own Jeep Patriot 4x2.
Good on her.
Well done, darling. All our love.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, good luck. Good luck next hour too. It is a lovely voice.
I reckon she sounds like she bakes.
She definitely bakes.
Yeah, there's a scorn or two in that for you, I reckon.
I'm going to drop by there on the way to Movie World tomorrow. Coming up, the new way of rating movies that would ban Harry Potter and Star Wars. Not kidding. It's next up in The Grill.
Welcome back. Time now for The Grill with Lisa, Wendy and Kerry McCallum, editor of Sunday Style magazine. Good morning, all. Let's get straight into it this morning. Up first, a Sydney swim school has caused uproar after banning children 5 years and older. Kerry, what do you make of this whole thing?
I almost don't want to get started on this because I'll never stop. It actually outrages me, and it's ridiculous as well.
Finally, have a look at Thor actress Jamie Alexander when she stepped out in this body-bearing frock at the Thor premiere.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And you'd need a good beautician, but it's just too much. I think the top half, sorry, you would, let's be honest, ladies. But the top half, yeah, I like, but just below the belly button, it's too much. Call me conservative.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I'll just show you this, just very quickly. Let me show you this image we showed earlier. There was 0 complaints when we showed this bloke earlier, who was a bodybuilder or gym fanatic. There was no complaints whatsoever about him showing too much skin.
More importantly, what's Lisa wearing?
Okay, all right, let's look. Can we do this?
I'm going meter mate.
I've only got 4 minutes.
No,
okay.
Don't worry about
Celebrity
that.
chef Neil Perry is here to cook. This is stir-fried pork with a Neil Perry twist.
Kimchi.
Yeah.
There you are, Lisa.
Thank you very much.
There you are. You've got to try a little bit.
Carl's going to be very jealous.
Carl,
have some of this. So know how much you love your pork belly.
He's straight out of the pan. But lots of simple recipes like that in the book. And I know, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.
After the break, the celeb...
You'll love this book. You'll love this book,
Get it for
Carl.
Christmas.
Get this book,
I love
Carl.
it, I love it. I've got it. All the celeb buzz is coming up. What is the latest, Richard?
Oh, I gotta tell ya, even more Will and Jada Smith breakup rumors. Did an Australian blonde come between this power pair? I'll tell you what I know in Celeb Buzz. Coming up.
You know why I'm laughing?
Why are you laughing,
Because
Carl?
we're off to Movie World tomorrow.
I know,
We're going
so
to the Gold
lucky.
Coast. Well, we are, but Wendy's not.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
We'll send you a postcard.
It's only my hometown, but yeah, you guys can go there without me.
Yeah,
Well,
we do love you, Wendy.
Yeah, enjoy it.
And you can come and join us tomorrow because the gates are opening at 5 a.m. local time, and we'd love you to be there with us because we have got live on the show Liz Hurley.
Yeah.
For starters.
How good's
We've
that?
got Sarah De Bono performing live, Pete Murray performing live.
Timmatic.
It's all happening. Yeah.
That stuff.
Morning and Liz, are they marrying live on the
They're
program
going to be
tomorrow?
married live on the show tomorrow.
We'll get the very latest on that situation.
I know. Hey, now it's time to go to David and Jane, who'll be giving away the loot and the boot very soon. Nice to see you two.
Nice to see all 4 of you today.
Yes.
And I will be joining you up there at the Movie World with Sonia Kruger.
Oh.
She will be there as well.
Poor Jane.
Everybody.
Poor
I know.
Jane.
Jane's going to go back to Melbourne.
I'm so disappointed because I love rides.
So do I.